Welcome to Fisherman's Village Broadcast Happy Hour, brought to you by Tito's, Vodka, and Elysian Brewing. We're here in the Shack Art Center in the middle of downtown Everett, and we are so lucky to have our friends, the Black Tones.
Hi!
Thank you for being here. We just got to watch your incredible set after, to be honest, a long time without live music, and it was therapeutic.
Yes.
Thank you.
It was therapeutic to play.
Yeah, for the both of us, right?
Before we dive into what we now know as 2020, I do want to just jump into last year a bit and talk about, last year you released your first debut full-length record, Cobain and Cornbread,
Yeah.
which everyone read about in Seattle and beyond. Opened for Mavis Staples, Death Cab for Cutie, Weezer, and it was a big year.
Yeah, it was a fun year. And all of those performances, we had our family, my mom and my sister will do backup vocals. So we made a big family affair kind of thing because I love doing those kind of shows. So the Black Tones is really a 6-piece band. But yeah, that was a good time. Man, God, 2020. That feels like it was ages ago.
Let's put a halt on everything, right?
Yeah, just everything good in one year that it was guess what? Next year's going to be nothing.
Yeah. Tell us about some of your other favorite moments post-release.
Post-release? Oh, well, God. I mean, I feel like after the release of Cobain and Cornbread, which was, that was back in April of 2019, is where a lot of these things kind of that the snowball started happening, right? And the momentum took off after the release. And hence we had the Death Cab, which was the second time actually, because we actually did it before. Then we had the Mavis, the Weezer, as you mentioned, Thing Festival. Yes.
Oh yeah, Thing Festival. That was the first one too.
So the momentum was building, and Mike McCready had reached out and was like, "Hey, I want you guys to release your next thing on our."
Yeah, we had Mike McCready has this small kind of, I guess, boutique label called Hockey Talker.
Oh yeah.
And so he wanted to release some songs from us on there. So we released Where Do We Go Now and The Devil and His Grandmother, A and B side record on Hockey Talker. So that was really cool.
So Cobain and Cornbread was kind of it was definitely the coming out party. It was hey, everybody, we're here. We're the Black Tones, and people like this, I guess. I still don't understand why they like us, but
to say the least. How long did that take to sort of build up to? I feel like that, it was obviously the big year, but it had to take some time to kind of develop.
That took a long time. Yeah. I mean, me and Cedric have had the band for quite a long time. Doesn't matter how old we are. And, we played, I think on KEXP I said thousands, but I meant to say hundreds of shows with no one there, maybe 2 people, 3 people. And then when we got to 10 people, we're like, yeah, 10 people, we're doing it.
Yeah.
That was a lot of shows we did throughout several years. And then I don't really know when it turned. I mean, I think it was...
year 7, right? Is that what you said? You were just talking about
anecdote? Yeah, like kind of year 7. I think it was when Taco Cat kind of had us play with them. That's when people started kind of being like, oh, what's this? Because people know them.
Yeah.
And, Bree from Taco Cat had seen us play at Chop Suey before we had a release show there. She saw us play at Chop Suey to 3 people. And then I ran into her and she was like, oh my God, you're in the Black Tones. I was like, oh yeah, someone knows who we are. And then my friend was like, do you know who that was? No, she goes, that was Bree from Taco Cat. I was like, Taco Cat, I've heard of them.
Nice.
And then they put us on the bill with them and we played with them and it just kind of started happening more and more. And then kind of started getting eyes on us. And we played a lot of festivals one year and festivals help.
Totally.
It's good to play the festival circuit, kind of like back in the day where people were playing the carnival circuit, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of equivalent with festivals. So that helped a lot. Playing Timberfest was
Yep.
Winter and
chorus.
summer. Yeah.
Winter
Yeah.
and summer.
And the summer one, we just got thrown into.
That was like by mistake. A group dropped out, and they needed someone last minute. And my now husband recommended us.
Excuse me. Sorry.
recommended us, and so we got on the Summer Timber very last minute. I think it was like 2 days before, 2 or 3 days before, and we played it and just were like, let's
always
let's
a good weekend. Yeah.
like let's destroy this in a really good way. But like there's just like a lot of local bands early on who like invested in us and like saw the talent in us, and that's like Night Train, Hobosexual,
Yeah,
Taco
definitely.
Cat. They like championed us a lot, and I'm so grateful for those groups.
Okay.
Like it takes a village. It's so true. Like
Yeah.
whether that's with like raising children or like raising a band, it's like people
Yeah.
have to believe in you. So I can't like sit here and be like, we did it all on our own, and you know we're just great. Like that's
But I mean, also,
anyone that says that's a jackass. It's not true. You need the support from your community, and we had a lot of support from like our local community and fellow like artists that like helped us.
Totally. Well, we've felt it. I can tell you. I mean, just watching it from the very beginning, it's been really fun, and we've felt it. Touring. You've played some great out of town shows, you know, last year, and I don't know, maybe early on. What were some of your favorite out of town experiences?
Mississippi.
Montana. Oh, Montana was like popping.
Montana
That
was
was like a pleasant surprise for me.
It was cold.
It was cold, but the
like
show was
negative
rocking,
11
though.
or something like that.
Yeah.
It's cold.
Yeah. But I really liked Mississippi. We played the Deep Blues Fest. And like I've never been to Mississippi. I've been to the South, but never Mississippi. And it was just a new experience, and it was so flat and empty, and you'd think
Cotton
like
fields
in
everywhere.
cotton fields, Lord, cotton fields. And
Yeah.
you think that do something in a weird way, but being in the city all the time, it was actually kind of refreshing
Mhm.
to be in the country. And it just, and the musicians that were there and the people that were there were just great. And after we played, there was like this guy opened his Waffle House so we can go in there with Nikki Hill's band and like eat fried chicken at
Like
2 a.m.
1:30 in the morning. Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then talking with some of the locals out there, and they're shocked at how we could just have weed here, and they're just like, "Man, we'd get like 7 years here if we had it." I'm like, "Whoa!" At like 3 a.m. in Mississippi, and I mean that was a good time. So I have to say Clarksdale, Mississippi was my favorite.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Missoula, Montana for me. It's like one of my
there's a lot of good music in
Sweet.
Missoula.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Video Bebop.
Oh,
Tell
I'm
us
so glad
about
you
that.
asked.
Yeah.
Yes.
You launched that last year,
Yeah.
and yeah, tell us a little bit about that.
So it's a music video television show, and we showcase music videos from artists of the Northwest. And so it was created by my husband, Jake, and I kind of helped him get the wheels turning. Like I came up with the name Video Bebop literally by just finding synonyms for the word like music, and we kept video, and so bebop is like kind of another synonym for the word music. And I liked Video Bebop. There was a whole long story process, which I told you before, I won't get into that.
Mhm.
But yeah, we curate music videos. People can submit it to us. We kind of wanted to just create a medium for music videos, because people, even working at in radio, people will submit music videos to me. I'm like, I can't do anything with your music video.
Yeah.
And same with my husband. They'll submit music videos to him. And he's like, I don't know what to do with them. And so things kind of, there's a platform for music videos, which is the internet, but the internet is like space. It's so huge and things get lost in there. We wanted to kind of have a centered platform that everyone can kind of go to and view. And we wanted to bring music videos back to television.
Yeah.
So that was the idea.
I feel like a lot of media outlets are doing like video premieres less these days, you know? And so it seems like a really great opportunity to just, you know, release your new video. So
Yeah, we wanted to keep the culture. And we're, 90s kids for the most part. And, we all remember MTV and the Box
Totally.
Music Network and VH1. And
yeah.
we watched all of those. And so we were like, yeah, let's put the music video back on television. Now, of course, you can stream it online because it's 2020. And so, it's got to be available online too. So, yeah.
How can people send them to you?
They can send it to videobeboptv@gmail.com. I'm just
There we
looking
go.
at that camera because I'm thinking that's my camera.
So obviously we're here. It's 2020, and it seems to have slowed a lot of artists down, and not you all. You released a 7-inch on Hockey Talker. You've been doing. I've seen a ton of streaming shows and all sorts of stuff. So you're still keeping busy.
People
What are
keep
some-
hiring us.
Yeah. What are some of your favorite kind of streaming shows and shows in this new digital era, if you will?
We did a AC/DC tribute, like celebrating the 40th anniversary of Back to Black. That one was pretty cool.
We also did Band in Seattle, which
Oh,
was
yeah,
pretty
we did
cool.
Band in
That
Seattle.
one was fun.
Final Street Cafe, right?
Yeah, Final Street Cafe was another one. We're just trying hard to stay relevant. You know what I mean? Like in the midst of like doing everything on the internet, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure there's more that we've done. I just can't
Yeah.
think of all of them.
Yeah. They start when it's not live in an audience and you don't have that environment, they kind of all get mushed together and feel like
Yeah,
the same thing.
totally.
And so it's kind of hard to remember. But yeah, we've done quite a bit. But I like watching the Band in Seattle streams. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else is getting you through? I mean, you've been keeping busy in music, but like outside of music, what are you doing to keep busy, and what's getting you through these times?
Brandon, what's getting you through these times?
Why are you asking me specifically? Me personally, what's getting me through these times? I'm playing video games and a lot of household projects.
Yeah.
Like getting crafty with things and building stuff and cleaning
Uh-oh.
things and What?
Nothing.
What?
I
Yes,
support
I'm
you.
saying? You support me?
I
Thank
support
you.
you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I just recently, actually with Eva, I don't know how much we can talk about, but
I think we should
yeah,
go for it.
I
Yeah, go
yeah,
for it.
because I feel like I'm going to be in charge in a second anyway. Hey, I just recently joined a board called Keep Music Live, and
Great.
our goal is to help local music venues stay open all through the rest of this year in 2021. And so I've teamed up with a bunch of people, my job specifically at Amazon, to try to get them involved, to try to, raise money to try to keep these local music venues alive. And I was asking you about one earlier today to find out what was going on.
Yeah.
Because that's the goal. And like a lot of these music venues, specifically like Tony B's.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry,
Tony B's Garage.
Tony B's Garage. One of my favorite places to play. We played Fisherman Village.
Yeah.
We played there.
Yeah.
They championed the Black Tones, right? And they helped us out a lot. Lucky You over there in Spokane, Numos in Seattle. So this is something that I'm like really trying to champion and push forward, because I know when it's time for things to open back up, I want them to be ready, and I want to play. Because we're in these clubs, we're playing these venues, and I appreciate what they've done for us. So this is my little give back to them to try to raise millions of dollars for them.
Absolutely.
And
That's great.
I'm on the board as well, and yeah, I mean it's about us being able to, when this is over, go back and play, but it's also about like I want to keep seeing shows there and be and have a night out and watch bands and be entertained as
Yeah.
well. It's not just about like us. It's just about like sustaining this music community and this like music scene. And yeah, it's there's a lot of work needs to be done, and one of the things too is making sure that these venues are practicing, like have good hiring practices as far as like diversity and stuff like that, because we don't want to just bail out a bunch of like racist suckers, right?
Yep.
So
Indeed.
And, and so like having us, it's been nice to be on the board and kind of have a say in that and kind of audit that and like pay attention to that
Absolutely.
and have our voices as being
Yeah.
part of that.
Well, congrats and thanks for doing it.
Yeah.
What's next? So we got new music coming. Do we have? I heard about potentially a coloring book.
Oh, did someone tell you about that?
Somebody did. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked, Ryan. So we may have made a 34-page coloring book to the song Mom, There's a Spider in My Room, and illustrated by Asia Davis.
Awesome.
And that'll be coming out sometime next month.
Great.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Anything else?
Trying not to die. You know, the usual. What do you guys got?
If you're big corporate and you're looking to make a splash on the local music scene statewide, keep music live. Hit them up.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we'll make sure to tell listeners, more about it. Some links. Thank you so much for doing this. It's
Thanks
so
for
great to see
interviewing
you.
us, Ryan.
Of course. Yeah.
Thank you,
it was
Fisherman
very fun.
Family.
Yeah. Well, it was fun to have you here, and we'll see you very soon.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Very, very soon. I might even be in that chair. That's how soon you'll see me.
Exactly. Thanks, y'all.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.